Let's begin now.
This is not a drill.
Repeat, this is not a drill.
Is that all you got?
Let's begin now.
What up?
This Infantry Outdoors live stream is brought to you in part by Jace Medical. Be prepared with Jace Case. Mayhem Studios. Add a little mayhem to your media with the best in the biz. CW Designs. Get your websites, apps, and logos created for you and your business. OneLeaf.ai. Innovative night vision. And donations from viewers like you. In today's world of technology, supply shortages, fuel shortages, and war, now more than ever is the time to prepare. Throughout human history, over 1 billion people have died from disease that would have been cured by everyday antibiotics. Over 99% of Americans do not have a supply of emergency antibiotics. Over 98% of antibiotics are produced overseas. The chance that that antibiotic supply chain could be interrupted at some point is 100%. If that were to happen, experts predict that local pharmacies would run out of antibiotics in a few weeks. The time to prepare is now. Every home needs to purchase a Jace case. If we got your attention, visit our website today at jacemedical.com/Infantry Outdoors. Be sure to use promo code INFANTRY10 for 10% off your order. Be prepared with Jace Case.
My name is DJ Infantry,
and I am legally blind. My passion for the outdoors has taken me to some amazing places, and I have done some incredible things, all with one mission in mind, to inspire you to get outdoors.
Pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Welcome to Infantry Outdoors.
Welcome, one and all. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Welcome to This Week Outdoors. I'm your favorite disabled DJ, the blind one, the infantry. Hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are around the world. We're back at it again. It's another Friday, and it's another week, that's for sure. But like I said, I hope you guys had a great week. As you come in, be sure to comment that you're here. So you know, in the traditional fashion, we can say what's up to you. Ooh, excuse me. Pardonnez-moi. But yeah, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, or anything pertaining to this program, hit me up at infantryoutdoors@yahoo.com. Also, if you're brand new, make sure you like and subscribe. Become part of the infantry. It's free to do. It don't cost you a penny. And we got a lot of live streams, videos, all kinds of stuff going on. So make sure that you become part of the team. But yeah, this week, got my deer back from the processor. Ate deer chili last night and today. Gotta say, it's a great feeling. Headed back into the wood tomorrow. Taking my son Logan on his first deer hunt tomorrow night. Logan's only 7, for those that don't know. And his brother Brandon's been going out with me quite a few times, and he actually said, "Dad, I want to go." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I want to go." I was like, "All right, well, tomorrow we're gonna go." So, but yeah, that's about the extent of this week. Not too much outdoors. It's been raining, so I didn't even go put corn out this week. So I'm hoping I see something tomorrow morning. I definitely got to check my trail cameras. But all in all, it's been a slow, eventful, sit in the house, play video games kind of week. Which reminds me, make sure you subscribe to my other channel, The Blind Gamer, on YouTube, Kick, and Rumble. Give me that big solid, help that channel grow as well. If you like video games. If you don't like video games, well, you know, I get you. I understand. I wasn't a big I always liked playing video games as a kid. But I was an adult. I never had time for it. I was always working and doing stuff. So playing video games was like the last thing. And then when we got in the house, end of a long day, we just put TV on. You know, I like my movies. I like my TV shows. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say for this week. I mean, nothing really happened. Like I said, I got my deer back. Cost me a lot more than I thought it was going to, that's for sure. But they did a good job. I got hamburger meat. I got back straps cleaned up. I got steaks made. And I think that's it. Costs a whole lot of money. But it is what it is. I got a lot of meat in the freezer. Like I said, I go out tomorrow. Now I know my girls will be out there. The girls and the yearlings, but I hope that wasn't the only buck in the area. You know. I really hope not. But we'll see. More to come on will infantry get a second deer this year. Let's move that out of the way. There you go. That's better for me and for you. I can't wait to get this new studio set up. In better direction, better desk. I think I'm gonna build my own desk. That way I can have everything the size I want, where I want it. I want to be able to run 2 computers, and just set it up the right way. But for now, this is gonna work. It's been working since I put it in, so. If ain't broke, don't fix it, bro. So, let's see what we got on our counter. It says we got 2 people in the chat, but nobody said hello yet. So with that said, I think I'm gonna go to the music break early. I don't have nothing to say. This is gonna be a short stream tonight. I really don't have jack crap to say. Let's go with... I'm in this kind of mood right here. Alright, so if you're new to Friday night, we actually have little music breaks and little interludes. And I think we're going to kick it off with a little bit of Ice and Fire tonight. Music break time.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Can't twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle in wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle in wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight.
just like that. I forgot to turn on the microphone. Yeah, we back. Grinding corn, huh, Big Matt? What you grinding corn for? Making moonshine? I'd be interested to know that one. What you grinding the corn for? You gonna make corn muffins? You gonna make some corn whiskey? Rye whiskey, don't let me down. If y'all know, you know. Bum, 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 bum. So how was your week, Big Matt? Hope it was a good one. Grinding corn around the corner when it comes. Grinding up some corn. Says, if you check your text, you'll see just now bi-week roast. I have my phone with me. It's on the other side of the house, but I will check. I don't foresee me like being up here too late tonight because honestly I don't have a damn thing to say. This is just a hangout, so matter of fact, let's put the friendly link, Stinky Linky up here. Tell you what, I'm digging this new keyboard I got. Oh no, I told you guys, I got this new mouse and keyboard. That is Logitech, and there's nothing wrong with it. I've had it since I started. Logitech and mouse combo. But it was just big, massive. Like it was a full size, full keyboard with extra keys on it. And my qualm with it is it here, let me pin this to the top too. My qualm with it is it didn't light up. Now, granted that the lights don't help me a whole hell of a lot, but it helps, you know what I'm saying? So I have bought this let me see who the hell makes it. Peekaboo, I see you back there. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, Freddy. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna come here. And we gotta split the audio. Bring that down so I can have Big Matt come up and still have music in the background. See, that's how you really produce things, boys and girls. What up, homie? Whoa, why are we so odd here?
What did you push?
I don't know. I just brought you up. Hold on a minute. Let's go this one. What did I do here? I brought you up there. Hold on. Okay, there I am. And then I want to select the regular freaking screen. And I'm going to select Big Mac to come up. There it is. That's
better.
I don't know what happened. It had brain fart. So, yeah, this is a whole lot easier than you typing text and da. So, what happened with your week? Actually, I should probably go. No, that's too much. It's better that way. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what happened?
Oh, I had a good week.
Yeah, what'd you do?
I got 48 hogs in one trap.
48 hogs in one trap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing this is a big ass trap.
Yeah, it's a Jaeger Pro.
Jaeger. Why do I know the name Jaeger? Jaeger bomb. Jägermeister. You're giving the pig. You're getting them drunk. That's what you're doing, huh?
That's why I was grinding corn.
Oh, yeah, you were getting them drunk. Yeah, I'm making the Jägermeister and then I'm giving it to the... Hey, listen. When I made moonshine, you know, after you use... Well, I don't know if you know, but you can use your corn, the same corn in your batch 5 to 6 times. And then, of course, then what do you do with it? when you're done with it. I'm not talking about on a little small scale. I'm talking about 150 pounds a week, or a couple weeks of corn that I'd have to get rid of. So my sister's like, oh, she has a farm and all these animals. She's like, oh, just give it to me. I'll feed it to the animals. I'm like, you sure you want to do that? She's like, yeah, why not? I'm like, because I've made liquor over and over and over and over with this corn. That can't, like, they're going to get drunk. They have to. So she's like, oh, yeah, no, give it to me. It'll be fine. So I gave it to her, and sure as shit, dude, she never got it from me again. She's like, they were so fucked up and drunk. And I was like, I told you, man, you can't, you can't give them liquor corn, man.
No. You have to let that stuff re-ferment before you give it to them.
Bro, you don't even understand. This is like, I did it in 55-gallon barrels. I had 3 55-gallon barrels that went on every week. So that's 50 pounds per barrel. Makes 150 pounds of corn. And so on did my clean out days of, all right, it's time to put new corn. You have all that shit. She get 150 pounds of it. She just dump it out there. Not that it was like soaking wet or anything, but it was still wet from the still. Dude.
No, but if you take it and keep it in a barrel and refill it with water with some baker's yeast, it'll take the alcohol back out of it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't worried about it. I just wanted to get rid of it.
Yep.
That's all I cared about.
But that's basically what I do. I grind up corn and mix some whole corn back into it.
Yeah.
With water and baker's yeast. And sometimes tomato juice. And let it ferment. And then I'll pour it in my trap.
That makes sense.
Hogs love it.
Huh. I don't know. I haven't done any hog hunting yet.
Well, when you get ready to, I know a guy.
Yeah. Do you need a license to hunt hog in Texas? Because you don't in Florida.
To my understanding, you don't have to have one in Texas if you're on private land.
Okay.
Because they are a nuisance.
Right. That's the thing over here is they're a problem animal, so you don't have to have a license. Just figured I'd ask because I was telling Coyote the other day, I said, listen, why don't you try your best to put me in the budget for next year's elk hunt? I asked my wife, and her only reply was, well, that's taking 10 days away from your deer hunt, your deer season, because he's smack dab in the middle of archery season. So I was like, well, you know what? For Coyote, I'd go out there, and I'm sure I'll end up coming home with some elk. So all in all, it'd be a fun trip and worth it anyways. So,
well, if you're only applying for elk, you're only going to miss.
I'm not applying for shit. Yeah, let me finish with the story. So I tell Coyote, I'm like, listen, why don't you put me in the budget? A round trip ticket from me to you, here to there and back. And I'll go with you to 10 days so you can try to get your elk. This way you can go farther, you can do more, and I'll be there the full 10 days and then I'll have to fly out. So he's like, oh yeah, he's like, I'd like to have you and Big Mac come out here. I was like, well, that's double the ticket, but we could do it.
But what I was going to say is if you were only going for elk season's only 7 days there.
Okay, well, whatever it is. I know he was saying that he needed help because of the amount of area he had to work. And I was just telling him, like, dude, you want me to come out next year, save for a plane ticket for me, and I'll come out and hunt with you. Yeah. I can't afford to get out there myself, or I'd be out to you guys every other weekend. But it ain't cheap to fly no more. Not like it ever
cheaper
really
to fly
was.
than it is to drive.
Oh, of course, especially like Coyote lives on the other side of the planet, so you're like a hop, skip, and a jump.
A
Matter of
day.
fact, I think you're that far on a map.
Mhm.
But
Depending on which part of Florida, it's a good day's drive.
oh yeah, which I plan to do. Life is slowly yeah, I can't even talk tonight. Life is slowly getting back to normal. Slowly. If we can just stay that way, I will be good. I don't know if you heard, Matt, I got my deer back from the processor.
Sweet.
Made some deer chili last night, which was really good. My son Logan has never had deer. He loved it. I gave it to him like, brown the hamburger first. I browned up the hamburger. I gave all the kids a bite of just a hamburger by itself, and they loved it. So the next one is going to be bacon wrapped backstrap. Let's see how that comes out. Should come out really good because I'm good at cooking everything else. But we shall see. Wow, I'll tell you what, it's gonna be an early night. I even felt like tonight was gonna be an early night. Yeah. If you didn't come up, I wouldn't have nothing to do, nobody to talk to. How's your deer season going, by the way?
3 down.
What? Man. Oh, by the way, for those watching on the replay, I'm gonna have to start a GoFundMe, which I hope that somebody will help out with, to mount my first head. Because I'm understanding it's gonna be in the hundreds. So, not thousands, in the hundreds, like $600-700. So I think we gonna put a GoFundMe out there and try to get that done.
Well, you're gonna find how hard it is to actually get a good tax deduction.
Yeah, that's true.
Because before you take your stuff up there, go to the offices and look at his work.
Yeah, that's for sure. Because I've also got my son's and mine's first squirrel that I want to get mounted, where they're two squirrels fighting over a nut. Get like a little tabletop mount that you can just set on the table, and the two squirrels look like they're fighting over the peanut or something. But I have those to get done. I now have my head for my first deer that I want to get done. So if anybody out there is a taxidermist and you do good work and you want to do this for me, get at me. You know, help your blind buddy out. It took me 10 years to get this deer. So wonder how long it's going to take to get the next one. Maybe tomorrow morning, maybe tomorrow evening with Logan. I can't believe my son wants to go hunting. I'm stoked, man. My little 7-year-old. Because he hasn't really been into it. But what Amber was telling me is she's like, every time you went out, for bow season, and you took the crossbow out, Logan would go, "Hey, Mom, can I go out and shoot my bow?" While Dad was out hunting. And I asked him, I was like, why do you want to go practice your bow so much? He's like, because I want to be like Dad. I want to get deer with a bow. I was like, all right. So she told me that, and I asked him, I was like, hey, listen, rifle season's coming up. You don't have to be so still and quiet as you do for bow season. You want to come hunt with me? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, we'll pick a day and we'll go. So tomorrow's gonna be his first day ever sitting in the blind, and I've explained to him, like, listen, we're out there. You can't piss and complain that, I want to go home. I was like, you can take your tablet, turn it all the way down to where it makes no noise, but you cannot, I want to go home, I'm bored, I'm this. I was like, that's what it is. So he's like, no, I get it, Dad, I get it. So we'll see. Brandon does good. He had fun last time. He got to see all these birds and all the stuff that was out there. So
give him a camera and tell him to record.
Exactly. I'm gonna give him the spotting scope and be like, dude, have at it. Videotape everything you see. So make it fun for him. But with any luck, I don't want to say with any luck, but with like normal luck, the girls will come out and the 2 children will come out. It's like I go out in the woods to get away from the wife and the kids, and I end up with the wife and the kids in the woods. You know. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. And just because I have a feeling Coyote's in the background, he would be proud of his niece.
Well, what she got a deer?
Day before yesterday, she shot her first deer.
Hey, congratulations! That's awesome. I know the feeling. Dude, you better get the head mounted for her.
It was a doe.
But you still need to get the head mounted or get her something from it that she'll never forget. Take the hide and make it fucking rug or something, dude. You know what I'm saying? Do something.
I've already got plans on tanning the hide.
Yeah. I have my first hide, and I have the video you guys have seen on the channel, Danny's deer from this year. It's definitely not his first deer, but he gave me the hide. I'm like, all right, I'll tan it. Ain't no point in getting rid of it. So I'm gonna make a video on first time tanning deer hide, which I'm sure will get demonetized. And yeah, I was watching today how to butcher a deer from start to finish, and I want somebody to explain to me why that's monetized, but my how to like a blind guy skins a raccoon video is demonetized. Or not demonetized.
All about the numbers.
Limited ads. It's not even demonetized. It's limit ad suitability is the bullshit branding it gets. So I don't know if it gets ads or don't get ads. I don't know if it makes money and it don't make money. I just know that my ad suitable videos are like my higher number videos, which is, you know, just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But that's the life of the stupid YouTube. StewTube. I just saw a video today, or I think it was today. New upgrade supposed to increase views and traffic to your channel. I'm like, yeah, bullshit. That's all I can say to that. Bullshit.
Well, that's all right. I came in when you started, and as you started the live, it said you were live for 8 hours.
Huh. I wonder if I did something wrong in the programming.
Nope.
That could have been me.
Everybody's that I've went into on my phone today.
Yeah.
It's been like that.
Huh. I don't know. I wonder if that's why we're not going to see anybody tonight, because the whole shit's messed up.
I don't know, but I sent Coyote the link. So.
Yeah. I talked to him the other day, finally. Hey, Matt, let me ask you a question. When it's raining in your area during deer season, do you hunt in the rain? I don't mean torrential downpour. I mean like rain, normal Texas rain.
Yes and no.
Okay, what is the yes and what is the no?
If there's a cold front blowing in with a little bit of rain, I won't hunt.
Okay.
Because I've never seen anything during that time frame.
Okay. That's pretty
However,
that's pretty much
if
what I want
it's
to know right
a little warm or already cold, the deer will still move.
Okay, take this last 4 days, because you've had the same rain I have, I think.
Nope.
You didn't get no rain in the last 4 days?
Very little.
I missed 4 days of hunting because I wasn't sure whether to go and waste my time, because I know if I put corn out, the corn will turn soggy from the rain, and then there's a chance the deer ain't gonna eat it. So I just didn't even go for the last 3-4 days. So tomorrow, hopefully the rain is gonna lift, and if it doesn't lift, it's gonna be like very, very, very scattered showers on the breeze type of shit, where it's gonna be overcast. The same temp it's been for the last 2-3 days, so temps will all be the same. And hopefully I see something, because I haven't been out there in a week. At least a week.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna cool things off they'll have their head up more if they do come through,
Yeah.
because it'll mess with their sense. They won't be able to smell you as easy.
Gotcha. But that's a good thing. I'm a smelly guy anyway, you know? But I do know, watching YouTube videos, of course everything on YouTube looks easy until you apply it. But after what I paid the processor to do this deer, and after watching this YouTube video today, how to start to finish masterclass on cleaning a deer, I was like, wait a minute, that is not hard. Like, legit, it's not hard. And I just paid $130 to have it done. Granted, part of that is making hamburger meat, but I go to the store and buy some ground pork, for $130 buy a grinder. I already have the hell's the mixer thing, the mixer that you put all the attachments and shit on, the big stand mixers. I just have that already, so I just buy the attachment that clamps onto there, and I have a meat grinder, and I make my own hamburger meat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe next year do it myself, or try to do it myself, but because next time around, my son wants to get cuts to make jerky, and we want to get some sausage. So this guy was telling me, yeah, that's going to be about $200 to have the deer done that way. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, that's a lot of money. But
yeah, but you go to the store and spend $200 on groceries, and it ain't nothing.
No, I know. Believe me, I know. And that's what somebody on the phone was telling me today. Like, dude, but how much meat do you have in your freezer now? I was like, I got quite a bit of meat. Like, I have an entire shelf of my freezer full. You figure $1 a pound. I paid $130. So it was 130 pounds of meat. That's how I would figure it, right? Because it's $1 a pound. Ain't no giant Texas deer, but it's a good deer for Florida eating.
Yeah.
He sure tasted good in my chili, man. I tell you what. Yeah. I don't care how big it is. I'm not out there for big ass horns. I'm out there for big ass freezers. You know. Now, Matt, are you a horn hunter or are you a meat hunter?
Meat.
Me too. So you have no problems on you know, if it's brown, it's down, you know.
Well, but I'm also big into harvesting older or culls.
Got you. Don't take the young ones.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, dude, there's this one. Okay, so like I told you, on my 20 or my 40 that I get to work on, I have 2 does and 2 fawns or yearlings. I don't know how you would consider them, but they're babies. They're baby deer. And the one doe is older than the other doe, and I call her the bitch because when the bitch shows up, long before she ever comes into the field of view, you can hear whoosh, whoosh, stomp, stomp, whoosh. And I'm like, oh, the bitch is here. Meanwhile, the other 2, or the other doe and the 2 babies, I have one of the babies like 50 feet from me, eating, chilling. Didn't give a care in the world that he saw me or didn't see me. The other doe, same thing. Like, they don't get as close, but I could chuck a rock at them. You know what I'm saying? This one over here, the bitch, no, man, she makes her presence known before she walks out in that field. She stomp, stomp, stomp.
That's because she knows something's up.
Yeah. And mind you, I've been out there 2-3 months now and ain't shot her ass. And if it's me you're huffing and puffing at, My scent hasn't changed. Nothing's changed. The other deer don't give a shit, but yet you're coming out. But it might not be me. That's the thing. It could not be. It might be something else on her way in that caused her to do that. You know, we don't know. But when she came out this last time, man, she was... Eventually, she was out in front of me looking straight at me, and then she'd eat. She'd look down, look around, eat some more, look up, look dead straight at me, look down, you know. But I would like to take her out. Just because she's a pain in my ass. But, you know, my buddy made sense. He's like, you let your does go to bring in the bucks. Because if you think about it, and it makes sense. Let me put it to you. If you're a guy over the age of 18, you're going to understand this. I currently am running the titty bar in the woods. I have all the females in one spot. Pretty much on a regular. So fellas are eventually going to go to the titty bar. If that makes sense to you. Because that's kind of how it is. Once the buck gets in heat and the does get in heat, it's like dollar, dollar, make it rain. Right, Matt?
At that point, that's all they care about.
Exactly. Exactly. Just make it rain. But I just hope I didn't shoot the only buck in the neighborhood, because for the whole time I've been out there, I've only seen one buck on trail camera. I think that was him, the one I shot. And then that's been it. Would you stop? Why are you being rude?
And you should let your dogs chew on the bones.
I gave her a leg bone. She don't want nothing to do with it. The butcher gave me a leg bone and a brisket with bone in it for her. He's like, yeah, you're welcome. Come by anytime you want. Get all scraps you want, all the bones you want. You know, I got people to come by and pick them up. He's like, you're welcome to them. He's like, they're good for the dog. I was like, yeah, awesome. So I give her the freaking leg bone because she loves bones and sticks and everything else. And it's like this fucking big, bigger than like she is. And she hasn't really done much with it, which is surprising.
Do you give her bones from the store?
Yeah, the ones you buy in the bag, like the rawhide bones and stuff. We give her those.
That's probably why.
Yeah. Well, I don't give her cooked bone. Cooked bone's not good for a dog. Cooked bone splinters. And I don't care if it's chicken. I don't care if it's pork. I don't care what you say. It's cooked bone splinters. You gotta give them raw bone.
If you're gonna give them cooked, do a smoke. Because that'll cook the meat. It won't cook the bone.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know cooked bone splinters, breaks, becomes fragile. But yeah, I gave her that bone, and I'll keep telling her, I'm like, look, man, if you don't eat it, I'm gonna take next door to give it to Buford, cause old Buford next door, he'll eat the hell out of that bone. You know, I just don't want to see it go to waste. And then I have the piece of the tenderloin in there with bones in it. So I'll just take that over to Buford, be like, here, buddy. Buford's a giant bloodhound from that video that you guys seen. He's a trip. Oh, back to my home away from home tomorrow. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've learned a whole lot this year. I've learned a lot. I've also learned, just because a deer sees you, or I'm only guessing they see me because we're looking each other basically dead nuts in the eye. So I'm assuming the deer sees me or is in my direction enough to where it sees me. I think it's cool that they'll look at you if you just, all right, you ain't doing shit, I'm gonna go back to eating. I'm good. And then the thing that's blown my mind about deer hunting this season so far is when I shot my buck, I started thinking I didn't shoot him. I missed or something, because minutes after, the does came back and started eating. I'm like, wait a minute. Did I shoot him? Did I miss him? Because
they're not scared.
Why would these deer come back minutes after I just shot their boyfriend? Sure enough,
Because at this point, they only care about food.
I guess, bro. I guess. That's what I'm guessing. Because Big Man, I'm telling you. Now, I know if y'all watch or fans of Demo Ranch, his damn deer come when you're shot at. So, you know, they hear gunshots, say, ooh, I'm coming to eat. What did he blow up today? And in my case, it just blew my mind that I shot that deer, and minutes later, they're back. Like, they didn't even go far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hide by the tree. Is it gone? Is it gone? Okay, let's go. Oh, but I swear to God, it made me second guess my deer. I'm like, did I even get him? And he was just out of, you know, when you're in a blind and your view is just a window that's like this, legit, a square window. You can't see past your windows. Even if you lean this way, you only got but so much. My deer was just outside of the viewing window to where I couldn't see him on the ground. I was like, oh, it's right there. So I'm sitting the whole time going, did I get him? I know I shot him. I had to have gotten him. There's no way I missed that shot. You know? And I didn't. So.
Yeah, I want one of those new blinds that you can't see through from the outside, but you sit on the inside, you can see everything.
Oh, the net blinds? I have that netting on my blind, and I don't use it. I don't like it because when you put your rifle or your scope and you try to see through the scope, you have a whole bunch of little dot holes.
No, it's a pop-up. It's a pop-up blind. You can literally see through all the walls.
No, I know that, but it's made out of a netting material. That's what you see through. It's like a little, it has like, what do you want to call it? Like a mosquito net type of material. Right, that's what I'm trying to tell you. But when you put your rifle or your crossbow, or if you're using a scope of any kind, you're going to see each one of those individual holes through, at least me personally. And I don't like it for that. I always put my camo windows down. Even though they're the shoot-through windows, I don't like it. I just put my shooting window. I put the, what's that?
I live in Texas. We got skeeters.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm in Florida, same way. Swamp vampires. But the other thing too, like I've had my blind for a year. It's legit been out in the Florida elements for almost the entire year. I think it's only been down like 2 or 3 weeks out of this year. If you do that, you leave it up from location to season, like I'm doing, that netting, the minute you get a rip, oh, it's over. That, not the netting, but the see-through, shoot-through stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The minute you get a hole in it, and it gets any kind of age to it, that's it. That's it. It's done. You know, because like I said, I won't use it on my shooting window. I might use it on my side windows if I open those at all. Usually I don't bother with anything but the one window I'm gonna shoot out of. I leave everything else closed, and I use my ears and, you know, whatever's in front of me. So this way you can't see me as much as possible. I'm a ninja. I'm hiding. I'm very, very silent, like ninja. That's what I tell Logan too. It's like, man, when you go in the woods, you gotta be like a ninja. You can't make no noise. Be quiet. So how was your daughter's first deer? How big was it?
Oh, it was a pretty good size. About 150.
Wow, it's a nice doe.
She was excited, and then she was kind of like, I can't believe I shot it. But then I said, it's food on the table.
Yep. I didn't have no, even my buddy asked me, he's like, you feel bad for what you done? I'm like, no, sir. I was like, that's meat in my freezer. And it took me 10 years to obtain that meat, you know? And I thank God, and I thank the animal for its life and everything else, and, you know, but do I feel sorry for shooting that deer? No, I do not. Not at all.
Well, there was a young buck in front of her, and I almost let her shoot it, but I said no, that one's too young. And then an little bit older doe came in, and I said, you can shoot that one because it's old. It's not going to reproduce anymore, and
Right, that makes
better
sense.
to go in the freezer
Then go to waste.
Exactly.
Yep, I agree with you on that. I agree with you 110%. I was even telling my buddy Danny, I'm like, man, come the end of the season, if I don't have 5 in the box, I may have to have you come sit out here with me and see this doe that I want to take, because 1, she's a bitch, and 2, I don't think she's the mom to the fawns. That's all I care about. I don't want to shoot the fawn's mom. Because she's also smaller, too. That's another thing. So you can tell she's younger. But I did learn something out of all this, Matt, that I was curious to know even for myself. You know, as a hunter, we have to be able to identify our target without a doubt before you pull the trigger. And one of my biggest things was, would I be able to identify the buck versus doe at 50, 75, 100, 125 yards? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how would I use, what would I use to identify? Like, how would I do that? So what I was telling my buddy, when he was telling me, he's like, all right, well, you got that 6-pointer out of the way. Now you can't shoot anything under a 6. You got to shoot an 8-pointer above now. And I'm like, well, here's one thing I can tell you. At 75 yards where I shot that deer, I was able to tell that it had a rack big enough for me to see. Now that ended up being 6 points. Now anything under that, I wouldn't shoot it because I don't think that's big enough. Like it would easier be mistaken for a doe at that distance with me, with the optics I'm currently using and gadgets that I have. So I was like, look, so 6 points is the least I'll probably be shooting, safely. And that's not a bad deer. That put a lot of meat in my freezer. So, he's a rack hunter though. He hunts them big racks and all that. And I get it. I understand. Maybe one day I'll get a big rack, but I don't care. That's not what I'm doing it for.
Yeah. Well, see, here in Texas, we can't shoot anything with it has to have a minimum of 13 inches spread, which that's from rack to rack.
Gotcha.
So that would be hard, because it's hard for me, and I got pretty good vision.
Right. Well, that's what I was saying at where I'm at on the private land. Basically, it's like this would be a spike, which to me, a spike wouldn't look because, all right, for those of you that have not seen a deer in optics, I don't know what it looks like with your eyeballs because I don't have that luxury, but with optics, deers have big ass ears. Like I looked at them and go, is that a rack? No, that's just big ass ears. Like they have big ass ears. So if a spike, I wouldn't be able to tell. The rack would have to be bigger than the big ass ears. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's how you tell for the 13 inches. If that ear falls with inside on both sides with a little bit of space, it's 13 or better.
Yeah, for me it would be if infantry can say it's got a rack, shoot it, because them are some big ass ears. That's all I'm gonna say. I've been mistaken on the ears several times, and I don't even grab my gun at first. People, I use I don't have it here, but it's an omnocular. I put it down and it sits in front of my eye, and I got a lens up here that I look out of, and I can see far as hell with it. I use that until I identify, okay, do I want to look through the rifle? And then I'll put the rifle up, which magnifies it even more to where I'm like legit can zoom in at his head at 75 yards and be able to say, okay, there's a rack there for sure. It's bigger than his ears. I can now shoot this buck. And for me, it was kind of like, oh fuck, It's a buck. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him. Cause the does that I was watching kept moving around so much I couldn't keep track of who was who. One would walk off this way and come back, and so when this one walked out, I'm like, oh great, another friggin' buck or another doe. Here we go. So I'm looking, I'm like, oh wait a minute. You have a rack. I'm gonna kill you. You know, and that's kind of how it went.
Yeah.
So maybe tomorrow will be day number 2 for deer number 2. We'll see. I've been out before and didn't get anything. Just saw the girls and the kids, you know. But as long as I get them girls and them kids out there, the buck is soon, you know, eventually gonna show up, I hope. You got food and booty. The only thing I don't have is water right there. There's water close by, but I don't have water right there where I am. So I'm only missing one of the 3 key elements. I got the food and the booty. All I need is the water. You know, and all this rain we're having, I may have some water. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I ended up putting out water troughs.
That's not
Because we were in such a bad drought.
Yeah.
And ferrying water out once a week.
Yeah. I bet that gets old real quick.
Yeah, but it paid off this year because more deer are crossing through my property than ever before.
Yeah, I bet. Like, I know the river's over here, but I know there's going to be some water over here.
I have 2 canals on my property, but like I said, we were in a drought, and the one canal had a little bit of water in it. The other one that the deer would go to didn't have any.
Huh. That's crazy. But y'all just got a bunch of rain, though, didn't you, recently?
We have been getting some rain, but we don't have hardly any standing water.
I just watched a video of my buddies wakeboarding behind cars down in South Florida. They're flooded. But we didn't get a whole lot of rain. It was cloudy and overcast. Like I think I honestly should have took my butt out and went hunting, but my luck while I'd be out there would be when it's raining. So that's just how I think. But you never know. I could have missed the big buck. You're not out there. You can't see what's not out there if you're not out there.
That's right.
So, we'll see what tomorrow holds. With that, Big Matt, I think I'm gonna wrap up, man. Like I said, I didn't have anything to come on with tonight. It was just one of those let's come up and see what's up with everybody else type of deal. Yeah. But you know, if I get anything, I'll hit you up tomorrow when I get back in. Or if me and Logie get anything tomorrow, I'll let you know. But other than that, check out Big Matt, guys. Outdoors with Big Matt is his channel name here on YouTube. He's one of the moderators. He's an awesome friend. A lot of great content. Congratulate your daughter for me. That's an awesome thing. Now she's got to move up to the rack. That's her next step. So, you know.
And you put a pig in front of her, she'll shoot it every time. Big, small, it don't matter. She don't like it.
Oh, I love me some pig. Not like I don't love pigs to like I would like to have a pet pig. Don't get me wrong, a little potbelly pig, and name him Bacon. Yeah, that's one of my dream animals, little pet, and have him trained like a dog because you could do that.
Well, and, I'm referring to the wild ones.
Yeah, no, I know the ones you're talking about are best served with a little bit of barbecue sauce, slowly smoked for hours. Yeah, that's those kind of pigs.
Well, she had a puppy that was hers, and she raised it, and she played with it every day, and just bonded with this dog. It was her dog.
Yeah.
Well, it was a beagle. Got attacked by one of the wild hogs, and that's all it took.
See, people don't understand, like when you say wild hog or wild pig or feral hog, They forget a name for the males of those pigs. It's called a razorback.
No, it's called a boar.
Razorbacks
Razorbacks are the Russian boars.
Okay, well I know them as razorbacks in Florida because they'll cut you open. They will slice you open like knives, man. We were always told as kids, if a pig ever comes, you better get up a tree quick. And don't think that the pig's gonna run away from you, because it's not. But yeah, we were always taught they were called razorbacks, the males here in Florida. And you stay the hell away from them because they'll mess you up. They'll mess you up bad. And you're not gonna get away because they're faster than you.
And they eat baby turtles.
They eat baby turtles. I didn't know that.
They do. They go down to the beach and eat the sea turtles when they are being hatched out or find a nest.
I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. I didn't know they went down by the beach like that. Now I do know there's places in Bahamas where you go and there's Pig Island and there's pigs everywhere. I've seen plenty of people go there stupidly and get bit by the pig and then look like surprised. Like, man, that's a wild ass pig. I don't care. I don't care how touristy the place is. That's a wild pig, and you're shocked that you got bit by it. You know, or they go to the Chinese islands and the Asian islands, and they go to the monkeys, and the monkeys bite them. Yeah, what the hell do you think? It's a freaking wild monkey, man. You know. I don't know, man. And then they blame the animal. It's the animal's fault. Animal did it.
All right.
All right, Bubba. Well, you have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me. Appreciate it.
Yep.
We'll talk soon.
All right.
All right, guys. That's Outdoors with Big Matt. Be sure to check him out. Time for me to wrap it up. It's been a very slow, low, blah, 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 you know, kind of night. But I hope that you guys had a good time if you are watching on the replay. I hope that you join us next Friday. Happy Thanksgiving going out to everybody out there. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving time with your family. We'll be here Friday, Black Friday, for another This Week Outdoors. So you can come tell me how your Thanksgiving was, how much you ate, and maybe even what you got me on a Black Friday sale. So with that said, everybody, hope you have a great one. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so thankful to have you. And with that said, I hope that this and all my adventures, as always, inspires you to get outdoors. Take care, everybody.
This Infantry Outdoors live stream was brought to you in part by Jace Medical. Be prepared with Jace Case. Mayhem Studios. Add a little mayhem to your media with the best in the biz. CW Designs. Get your websites, apps, and logos created for you and your business. OneLeaf.ai. Innovative night vision. And donations from viewers like you. In today's world of technology, supply shortages, fuel shortages, and war, now more than ever is the time to prepare. Throughout human history, over 1 billion people have died from disease that would have been cured by everyday antibiotics. Over 99% of Americans do not have a supply of emergency antibiotics. Over 98% of antibiotics are produced overseas. The chance that that antibiotic supply chain could be interrupted at some point is 100%. If that were to happen, experts predict that local pharmacies would run out of antibiotics in a few weeks. The time to prepare is now. Every home needs to purchase a Jace case. If we got your attention, visit our website today at jacemedical.com/Infantry Outdoors. Be sure to use promo code INFANTRY10 for 10% off your order. Be prepared with Jace Case.